Hey everybody, it's Dave Juno, the Meniere's Disease Warrior. How y'all doing? I'm doing But remember yesterday I made a video saying, how I felt great Monday. Went fishing, caught a couple fish. Yesterday, I went fishing. Went out to lunch with my wife for her birthday. We went out for dinner the other day for our anniversary, which is actually today. But we went out the other day because we didn't know what was going on with the grandkids and wanted to be by ourselves. So, and yesterday we had cake and all that stuff, and it was a great day, and I felt great Monday, and then I felt great Tuesday. Well, Tuesday most of the day, and I'll explain what happened. But today I woke up and just ears full, fluid coming out of this ear, dizzy, not so much vertigo. Tinnitus has been off the chart. My head feels like it's in a vice. Someone's taking a vice and going, just awful. Even right now, I don't feel all that great, but I'm bored, so I figured I'd make a video. But last night, my son had made some steak tips, we'll call it, and I'm like, ooh, I want to try one of these. So I tried it. Oh, it was good. So I had another one, and I had another one, and I had another one. I'm like, I only had like 4 pieces. They were 4 little cubes. Actually, with cubes. You cut them up in cubes. So it was 4 little cubes. And so, of course, I'm starting not to feel good about 20 minutes later. So I asked him, I was like, what was in it? And he goes, oh, soy sauce, accent, salt. I'm like, what? So salt and the accent, which is MSG. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, no wonder why I'm in an attack. Nauseous and everything. So, in a way, I sabotaged myself. But it was so good, I couldn't stop eating. I did after 4 pieces, but I just was like, it tasted great. And I just was like, oh, God. I was in bed at like 7:30, 7:45. It was awful, And then trying to sleep and your stomach is, and the room's, and then no matter what I took, meclizine, that didn't help. I took a second meclizine a couple hours later. It seemed to help a little bit, and I just kind of dozed on and off on the chair all night. And then this morning I woke up out of bed and I just was like, so yeah, I sabotaged myself. It was I could have 3 days really good in a row, but it didn't happen. Now, am I down about that? Am I upset about it? No. You know why? Because we have this disease. We have Meniere's disease. Okay? We're going to have days like this. Even if I didn't have that steak thing last night, I could have woke up like this. We're going to have days that are bad, and we're going to have days that are good. And the sooner that we accept that, the easier it is to handle the bad days. Because I've said it before, and I know I've said it to my wife 1,000 times. We always focus on the negative of anything instead of looking at the positive. Because I know it's horrible. How can you make this into a positive thing? Well, I'm making it into a positive thing by what I'm doing right now. Sharing my experience. Okay? So maybe you might ask before you eat something, what's in it? Okay? Sharing my experience and helping other people, whether it's with SSDI or this, that, and the other thing. Just because I don't feel good doesn't mean I can't do anything. I may not be able to do everything I want to do, but you have to learn to accept that when you have this disease. Now, I still don't feel all that great, but I'm supposed to be doing a talk in my hometown, 10 days. So I have some work I have to do with that, with the person who's running that show tonight, and then I get a Zoom meeting. But I'm sitting here. I don't have to go anywhere. I'm not driving anywhere. So, yeah, I can do all this stuff, and if I don't feel good, hey, I get off. That's it. I don't worry about it. And that's the thing. It's like we've got to stop focusing on the negatives. It's like somebody can do 100 things. No, I shouldn't say 100. 99 things good. and they do one thing bad. And the only thing that everybody's going to remember is the one thing that they did bad. Why? They did 99 other things great. So why wouldn't you remember the 99% and forget about the 1%? Why would you focus on that 1%? Makes no sense. But people do it every day. Not just with people with Meniere's disease, but with in life in general. I mean, the job I used to work at. I mean, I had great reviews from customers and great customer rapport. I was great with fixing the machines. But I'd do that one thing where I'd go over my parts budget, and the next thing by like $10, the next thing that's what I'm remembered for. Going $10 over parts budget, instead of, hey, I saved a whole school system account, a whole town. I saved a big account just by going in there and servicing all the machines and doing a good job and building a rapport. Don't remember that stuff. Just remember that one thing that I $10 over parts budget, and hammer me on it so you don't have to give me a raise. So that's what they do. That's what people do in general. So, do yourselves a favor. If you got Meniere's disease, accept it. And accepting doesn't mean you give up. I don't give up. I mean, look at me. I accepted it. Have I given up? No. You don't give up. It doesn't mean giving up, because I've said that before, and someone's like, oh, once you accept it, you give up. No, you don't give up. It means you accept it. You understand that you have this. Okay? And it makes things a lot easier when you accept it. So today was a lot easier for me, because I wasn't sitting there going, damn it, I wanted to do this, and damn it, I wanted this disease, blah, 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 blah. I didn't do that. Okay? I went, hey, it's the disease. I take a rest day. I do what I can at home, and that's it. That's it. And if I can't do anything at home, that's it. I took a nap for 2 hours this afternoon. So, I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do, and every day is different. That's it. Actually, that's the title of today. Every day is different. So as soon as you accept it, and as soon as you stop focusing on all the negative aspects, okay, you're going to have a better time with it. Okay, and there's just one other thing I want to talk about, because this one really bothers me. For some reason, people think that because a celebrity has a disease, that they have to go on a whirlwind tour to talk about their disease. And they have to promote it. And they have to do all this stuff. And then we're going to get a quicker cure. It doesn't work that way. These people have private lives. Okay? Just because they're celebrities does not mean that they have to all of a sudden become ambassador for Meniere's disease. If somebody goes complaining, a few people are complaining because Huey Lewis was on Good Morning America and didn't mention Meniere's disease. He doesn't have to. Get it through your heads. These people are human beings. You want to make awareness? You want to get a cure? Start a support group. Start a Meniere's group. Write letters to Congress. Become a Vita ambassador. Okay? Talk about your condition to other people. Talk about your condition to medical doctors. My ENT that I'm seeing right now, I talk to her about, what I do with the YouTube channel and being a member of Vita. And guess what? She's on the board of directors of Vita. I didn't know that. But just by doing it, it spreads awareness. My own doctor, my personal doctor, I said it, my primary care doctor, I tell him about Meniere's, I tell him about Vita, I tell him about this. Do you know how many of his patients now are going to ENTs because he's learning from me about Meniere's disease? What am I doing? I'm making awareness. The doctor's making awareness. The doctor understands now. Now the doctor can get his other patients the right help that they need. Make your own awareness. Don't depend on others. Don't depend on Huey Lewis, or there's another one, I can't think of her name, Kristen Chenoweth or something, Christian Chenoweth. Don't depend on these people to be the flag bearer of Meniere's disease. It's not their job. They're patients just like you and I. And they have good days and they have bad days. Okay? And another thing is, everybody's different. There are people out there that have Meniere's disease that don't lose their hearing. And there are people out there that have Meniere's disease and don't get vertigo. They just lose the hearing. And I think that's might be one of what Huey Lewis is going through. And you got to understand something too. For 50 years he was a singer. 45 years he was, and he had a band and he was a singer. He can't do that anymore. All right, and he himself has said he's been going through a depression about it. So stop demanding that celebrities do something, because it's not up to the celebrities. It's up to you. Okay, what was it? Peter Frates, ALS. He had ALS. He's gone now. Rest his soul. But he wasn't a superstar. He wasn't a celebrity. Okay? But his friends that aren't superstars or celebrities started the Ice Bucket Challenge to raise money for ALS and research. These are normal, everyday people. That's what they did. And they raised millions and millions and millions of dollars. Today they still do. And they've done a lot of research with ALS, and they've found ways to slow it down. But that was started by a bunch of people, regular people. Sure, he was a baseball player for Boston College, but he never made it to the pros. He never made it to Major League Baseball. But his buddies and his wife got together and said, how can we do this? And the Ice Bucket Challenge. They weren't celebrities. They weren't professional ball players or musicians or actors. They took it upon themselves to make awareness of it and get research of it. And that's what we need to do. So on that note, have a great day. I hope I feel better tomorrow. And I hope you have a great day tomorrow too. Take care.